I thought it would be time for a good old-fashioned shootout. Hey everyone, I'm Jack Fossett. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the shootout between two of the arguably most classic overdrive pedals that you can buy, the Boss BD-2 Blues Driver and the Boss SD-1 Super Overdrive pedal. Now, before we dive in, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in either of these pedals or any other gear, really, shop through the link below. Those are affiliate links. If you do any shopping through those links, I get a little extra commission at no additional cost to you. Great way to support me and get cool gear at the same time. So let's dive right in. So two absolutely classic overdrive pedals that are also budget friendly from one of the pillars in guitar effect history from Boss. You've got the BD-2 Blues Driver, which is a transistor-based overdrive, versus the SD-1 Super Overdrive, which is op-amp and asymmetrical clipping. The idea of that one being a graduation of the original Boss OD1, which is also closely tied in with the Tube Screamer. The Blues Driver, kind of its own thing. They're really great pedals. They really serve their own functions very, very well. And I'll give you the honest truth from my perspective is, there really isn't like a better one. It really depends on the sound that you're going for and also what your guitar and amp rig are. I think they have different shining qualities and they each would work better in different amplifier situations. The BD-2 is just like wildly raucous and powerful, and to me really is one of the best pedals out there for simulating what an amplifier actually sounds like when it's breaking up. It has that sort of chaoticness and that, rough around the edgesness when you put the gain up. When you turn the gain back, it kind of lifts and makes everything bloom just like a tube amp does the more you turn it up. Very transparent in its own way, and something that I think is just absolutely one of the most useful tools that you can have on a pedal board, whether you run it with a gain higher or whether you run it with the gain back as more of a boost or an edge of breakup. I'll tell you, one of my favorite overdriven sounds is the Boss BD-2 with the gain just slightly above noon. Of course, tone to taste and volume to taste, but it just does this beautiful light edge of breakup overdrive, particularly with the Stratocaster. It is just a beautiful, beautiful tone. The SD-1, generally speaking, I like the BD-2's character a little bit better, but the SD-1 is actually functionally more practical in a lot of ways. I think that one is more useful, particularly if you're a gigging guitar player, and it seems like it cuts a little bit of the bass off and boosts the mids, not all that dissimilar from the way a Tube Screamer does, and many people have done videos about how the SD-1 and the Tube Screamer are not really that different from each other. But one of the things that it does is, some people will complain about it sort of like pushing the frequency like that and losing a little bit of bass, but when you're in a live setting, this pedal can absolutely lift your tone and make it punch and cut through in a way where it's sort of like damping some of the frequencies that are just getting in the way of other members of the band. So it's just an absolute wonderful pedal for live playing. It also has a smoothness and a squishiness that the BD-2 doesn't have. So if you like that sound with a little bit of extra compression and a more of a smooth top end, a little bit of a rounder gain sound, I want to say, then the SD-1 is absolutely the one for you. What's really great about these is how budget-friendly they are, though, right? These are two pedals that no one is ever going to scoff at. They've been used by countless pros. They sound great. They've withstood the test of time, and you don't have to break the bank for them. So I think that really goes a long way. It's nice to see these out there where they haven't done any crazy price hikes. They haven't done any cash grabs with these pedals. Obviously there are also other versions of them. There's the Waza version within the Boss sound. One of my favorites that's a modded one is the Keeley Super Fat mod. It's an overdrive pedal that I use all the time. It's on one of my pedal boards, which is based on Rob Keeley's modification of the Blues Driver, which was one of the things that he did early on to launch his company. And so there's a whole kind of mythos with all these, and they really, really dive in, but you also just can't go wrong with getting the basic ones. Now today what I want to do is show off the general character of each of these pedals. You could dive in a lot further. You could pair them up with all kinds of different amplifiers running at different levels of gain, using them as boosts, using them as drives, but I really want you to just hear what these pedals sound like with their own drive characteristics. So I'm not going to get the gain turned back too much. I will give you these two various levels of gain. You've just heard it with a Fender Stratocaster that was going into a Supro Amulet 12. Now I'm going to completely change rigs. I'm going to use a Gibson Les Paul Jr. That's going into a Marshall Blues Breaker that's loaded with Celestion Alnico Gold speakers. Please let us know which one is your favorite. Do you have and use these? Do you have them both? Do you like them both? A lot of people like to stack these pedals into each other. There's just a billion things you can do. Please let us know in the comments. Remember to do your shopping through those links below if you want to support the channel. If you want to find other ways to support the channel, hey, if you send me a tip through either PayPal or Venmo of $7 or more, I'm going to give you access to all my music downloads, including jam tracks. And if you upload a video of yourself jamming to one of the jam tracks, tag me, mention what the song is. I'm going to share it on my webpage. You'll also find a link below to a gear recommendation site. That's all affiliate links, tons of stuff that I recommend that I personally use and love or have used and love, but stuff that I generally recommend for guitars, amplifiers, pedals, all kinds of things. Those are affiliate links, so if you do any shopping through those links, that helps support my channel, again, at no additional cost to you. I'm Jack Fossett. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.